Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. We love to showcase artists of all kinds here on the show, and that's why I'm so pleased to have our next guest. I'm joined by Alice Hinther from Alice Hinther Design. Alice, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. I want to start off, Alice, talking to you a little bit about your background as an artist. I know you're doing so many beautiful greeting cards now and mosaics and things like that, but take me back. Where did your love of the arts come from?
Well, I think I've always been creative. I don't really think of myself as an artist because I always say I just make stuff. I like making things. And I don't know, the things I get into they just happen to me. And then, I'll be inspired by something like the cards, for example. I made a few, this is about 11 years ago, as a fundraiser for the Hospice Ottawa. And I think I made about 200 cards to sell, and they did really well. They were really popular, and I sold just about all of them. So I thought, well, I'll take them to a few local stores, and one of them was the Village Choir in Westboro, and another was Pinecone in Westport. And they tried them there, and they did well there. And actually, in the end, they ended up picked up by long story, but they ended up being picked up by a card company called Pine Ridge Art, and they started producing and marketing them for me, and it's been at least 11 years. They're available all across Canada, and I'm making them on my own now. I don't deal through Pine Ridge anymore, but stores order directly from me.
You've got a great sense of humor. I mean, we were just showcasing some of your cards there. Where did the sense of humor come from? Is that from family, or what inspires you as far as your humor goes?
I actually always say I was probably inspired by my best friend's family. I'm going to do a shout out to her. Her name was Candy Tamman, and her parents were very funny. My mother had a good sense of humor, but her family, they were like my second family growing up, and I learned a lot from them.
But you're also known for your paintings of the Ottawa Valley and its small towns. What stands out to you with the Ottawa Valley and small towns in particular?
Well, one of my favorite things to do is just to explore the small town. I can get just as much pleasure out of going to some small town in the Ottawa Valley or anywhere, but I think Ontario has some of the nicest small towns, as I could going on a trip to Europe, honestly. And I love old houses, and so I've taken pictures of old houses, and then I was just inspired. I used to do house portraits, and then one day I was just inspired to put them all. They're not. As you can see from the photos, they're not, there's a lot of artistic license being taken. They're not, but all those buildings are actually in those towns. So they've been very popular, and I sell those through some stores.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And as I said to you off camera, we can relate to each other because my wife and I are avid recyclers, and you love to work with sort of upcycled furniture. Are you one of those people like us that, on garbage day, you wander around your neighborhood and see if you can find some cool finds?
Oh, just about everything I found. You wouldn't believe what I found in the garbage. I'm sure you have your stories too. But in fact, I call the night before garbage day, I call it Garbage Eve. And I mean, I don't necessarily go looking for. I don't go looking for them anymore because I don't really have a lot of time to do them. But sometimes I just can't resist. If I see something, or I'll at least donate it to a thrift store because I hate seeing them go to the landfill. But yeah, people used to just drop off their, they'd find things and drop off a chair that they found in the garbage, and I'd find it on my porch in the morning. And yeah, I love it. I really like repurposing.
Before I run out of time, I want to quickly get to the adventures of Mr. Mouse. This is a story of Mr. Mouse you started, I think, with your grandson, if I'm correct. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I started with my grandson, who was his name's Ty, and he was 8 at the time. And we started by I found a bunch of miniatures that I'd collected when I was younger. and I had put them away because my own kids weren't interested in them. So I found them and we dug them out, and we just started setting up little scenes with this Mr. Mouse, which is actually just a ratty old cat toy that we had, and it just kind of morphed from there. And then I started doing daily stories about Mr. Mouse on my Facebook page. And then this year, and then I started making into a calendar. And then this year, I did a book. I made like a 36-page hardcover book.
Amazing. And the book is wonderful. I should let everybody know. Alice, I've run out of time, but appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Again, you can visit her website, AliceHintherDesign.com. We'll be back with more after this.